Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we are going
Another deep dive.
to be talking all about the future
Yeah.
and how AI is going to be affecting us
Yep.
in the future. So
Specifically 2070.
specifically 27, we're going pretty far out there.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah, a little ways away.
you provided a really interesting chapter to kind of guide this deep dive.
Right.
And it's called The Future of AI Literacy, Emerging Trends and Challenges.
Yeah, a lot of meat in there.
Yeah, I got to say, reading this chapter, even just to prep for this episode,
Right.
it made me a little nervous about what the future holds.
Understandable. It can be a little intimidating, all this new technology and how fast things are changing.
Yeah.
But I think that's exactly why this deep dive is so important.
Right.
It's about understanding these trends, not letting them overwhelm us.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump right in. This chapter really dives into three major AI trends that I think we need to understand before we can even think about 2070.
Yeah.
The first one being Edge AI.
Yeah.
The second one is explainable AI, which thankfully they shortened to XAI.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. And then last but not least, autonomous systems.
Big ones.
Yeah. So a lot to unpack here.
You got a lot to cover, a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think is, I guess, the most crucial thing for people to...
Well, I think the first thing is we got to move beyond just knowing the terms. Right? It's not enough to just say, oh yeah, Edge AI, explainable AI.
Right.
We need to really grasp what these technologies mean for our lives.
So,
For example, think about Edge AI. Your phone can already translate languages offline.
yeah.
Right? That's Edge AI in action.
Yeah.
It's processing all that complex data without needing to be connected to the cloud.
It's true. I never even thought about that as being Edge AI.
Right. It's already here.
Yeah.
But now imagine a world where everything is that smart, where everything is processing data at the edge.
Yeah.
Think about the implications for privacy, for control over our own data.
Yeah. I mean, does that mean that companies like Google and all the big tech companies that we know today, do they have
It's a big question.
less power in this future?
This shift towards Edge AI, it could completely reshape the tech landscape as we know it.
Yeah.
It raises some really important questions about who controls our data, who profits from it,
Yeah.
and are we trading convenience for privacy?
Yeah. And it's kind of a scary thought.
Right. It's something we need to be thinking about now
Right.
so we can make informed choices in the future.
Okay. I'm already seeing how this goes way deeper
Right.
than I initially thought it was going to.
It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the implications for
Right?
society, for our individual lives.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Well, what about XAI?
all right.
Mm.
Let's move on to explainable AI.
Yeah.
So this is a big one.
Does this have anything to do with this whole...
It's definitely related to that whole data control issue.
Okay.
Remember those concerns about AI being a black box? Making decisions that we don't understand,
Right.
XAI aims to change that.
Okay.
Imagine being able to see the reasoning behind an AI's decision.
So it's not just...
Not just the output,
Okay.
but the steps it took to get there.
Okay. So, how does that actually work?
Well,
Is this
is this some futuristic concept?
Yeah.
Or is this something that's actually happening already? It's already happening. We're
Right.
seeing it in healthcare, in finance,
Right.
even in criminal justice.
Okay.
For example, in healthcare, XAI can help doctors understand why an AI is recommending
Oh, wow.
a specific treatment plan.
Okay.
Right? So it's not just about making AI less mysterious.
Mhm.
It's about accountability.
Right.
If you can see how a decision was made,
Mhm.
you can challenge it if it's unfair or biased.
Right. That's huge.
That's a game changer.
Right. Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why AI literacy is so important.
Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see now why this is such a big deal. Even for someone like me who's not a
Right.
programmer or anything like that.
It's not just for the tech experts. It's
Yeah.
for everyone.
So what about the third one? Autonomous systems.
Okay, so autonomous systems.
Is this basically just a fancy way of saying robots are going to take over the world?
Well, robots are definitely part of it, but it goes way beyond that.
Okay.
Think self-driving cars, but also AI managing entire manufacturing plants,
Whoa.
or even space exploration missions.
Right. Okay.
It's about AI systems that can operate independently,
All right.
learning and adapting without constant human intervention.
That's the part that kind of scares me.
Right. I understand that fear. It's natural to feel a little uneasy about
Yeah.
machines making decisions on their own.
Are we talking Terminator level scary or
Not necessarily. It really comes down to how we design and implement these systems.
Okay.
If we prioritize safety ethics and human oversight,
Right.
autonomous systems could actually be incredibly beneficial.
Okay.
Think about it. They could free us from dangerous or tedious tasks,
Mm.
allowing us to focus on more creative, more fulfilling work.
Okay, that does make me feel a little bit better.
Yay.
But still, I mean, this all sounds so incredibly complex. Like,
Yeah.
is the chapter expecting that everyone's going to have to be like
Oh,
a coding genius to even survive by 2070?
not at all.
Okay.
The chapter actually emphasizes that AI literacy isn't about becoming a programmer.
Okay.
It's about understanding the core concepts.
Okay.
Think of it like learning a new language.
Right.
You don't need to be a poet to hold a conversation,
Right.
but you need to understand the basics to communicate effectively,
Right.
to navigate the world.
Right.
Yeah, so it's more about being able to like have a conversation about AI, understand the implications, make informed decisions.
You got it.
Not necessarily having to like code the next, groundbreaking
Exactly.
AI program.
It's about empowering people, regardless of their technical background,
Yeah.
to participate in shaping the future of AI.
Okay.
Right.
So it's not just about surviving in this tech-dominated world.
It's about thriving in it.
That's a much better way to put it.
Yeah. I'm already feeling a little less intimidated, and a
Good.
little bit more curious about what's next.
That's the spirit. And trust me, the deeper we dive into this chapter,
Yeah.
the more fascinating it gets.
Yeah.
There's a whole section on the future of work,
Oh, really?
how AI literacy can open up incredible opportunities.
Okay, well, I'm hooked. So let's
Okay.
dive into that. What does the future of work actually look like?
Well, it's not just about robots taking our jobs.
So it's not just about robots taking our jobs. Like, what does the chapter say about the future of work?
It actually paints a pretty optimistic picture. It argues that AI literacy can actually lead to
Really?
improved job prospects and career advancement across a wide range of fields.
But how? I mean, if AI is automating tasks,
Mm.
wouldn't that mean fewer jobs for humans?
It's not quite that simple. Think of it this way. AI can automate like those repetitive tasks or
Mhm.
dangerous tasks, freeing up humans to focus on more creative and complex work.
And some more fulfilling work.
Exactly. For example, imagine doctors using AI to analyze medical images
Okay.
and identify potential issues.
Yeah.
This frees them up to spend more time with their patients,
Yeah.
to provide more personalized care. Right?
Yeah, okay, I can see how that would be a good thing. But wouldn't you still need
Of course.
people to like design and maintain those AI systems?
Absolutely. And that's where those job opportunities come in. We're going to need a whole new workforce
Whoa.
of AI developers, data scientists, ethicists, AI trainers.
Wow.
And these aren't just like tech jobs either. Almost every industry is going to be impacted by AI.
Right.
So understanding how to leverage this technology, it's going to be a valuable skill set
Across the board.
across the board.
So it's not just about replacing jobs.
Yeah.
It's about creating new ones.
Yeah.
Transforming existing ones, which
Exactly.
is exciting.
It is exciting.
What about people who don't want to be like tech specialists? Does AI literacy
Yes.
still matter for them?
Absolutely. Remember, AI literacy,
Yeah.
it's more than just those technical skills.
Right.
It's about critical thinking, problem solving, adapting to a rapidly changing world.
Mhm.
These are skills that are valuable in any field, whether you're a doctor, a teacher,
Right.
an artist, an entrepreneur, whatever it may be.
Without being like flexible and
Yeah, future-proofing yourself, essentially.
Yeah.
And the chapter argues that AI literacy can even make us better citizens.
Okay, how does that work? Does understanding AI like make me a better voter?
Well, it's not quite that direct,
Okay.
but it's related. As AI plays a more and more significant role in our lives,
Right.
from healthcare to transportation to governance, we need to be able to engage in those informed conversations about its
Sounds like
development
the-
and deployment.
So it's about being able to like ask the right questions,
Okay.
understand the implications,
Exactly.
advocate for responsible AI development.
That's it. It's about being an active participant in shaping the future,
Mhm.
not just a passive observer.
Okay, so this chapter, it sounds like it's very optimistic about
It is.
the opportunities that AI literacy creates. But I'm guessing it doesn't shy away from the challenges either.
It definitely doesn't. It acknowledges that there are significant hurdles we need to overcome.
What are some of the like biggest ones that the chapter highlights?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is ensuring that AI benefits everyone,
Right, not just a select few.
not just a select few,
Mhm.
right? If we're not careful, AI could exacerbate existing inequalities and create new ones.
I could see how that could happen.
Mm.
If AI is being developed by like a small group of people
Exactly.
with very similar backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
those biases are going to be reflected in the technology itself.
Right. And that's why it's so crucial to have diverse voices involved in the development and deployment of AI.
Right. Makes sense?
We need people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different perspectives to
Yeah.
ensure that AI is designed and used ethically and responsibly.
Are there any other challenges that the chapter highlights?
Another big one is the rapid pace of AI development.
Yeah.
It can be really difficult to keep up with all of these advancements and to understand their implications.
I feel that already. Even just reading this chapter, I'm like, wait, what does that even mean?
Right. It's a lot to process.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get more complex. That's why that ongoing education and
Right.
engagement with AI literacy is so important. It's not a one-time thing.
It's a lifelong process.
It's a lifelong journey.
Okay, so it's like learning a language.
Yeah.
You got to keep practicing and keep learning to stay fluent.
Exactly.
This is all really thought-provoking. But I do want to shift gears for a second.
Okay.
And talk about something that actually sounds fun. The chapter mentions something about fun activities for students.
Oh, yeah.
What's that all about? So, fun activities for students. Tell me more. Is the chapter suggesting that kids in 2070 are going to be like excited about AI homework?
Huh.
That's a tough sell.
Well, think about it this way. Remember those dry textbooks we all had to suffer through?
Yeah.
The classroom of the future, it's going to be completely different.
Okay.
We're talking interactive simulations, AI-powered tutors that adapt to each student's learning style, and even using storytelling and games to teach these complex concepts.
Okay, that does sound a lot more engaging than like memorizing algorithms from a dusty old book.
Right.
But is it really going to be enough to get kids excited about AI? It still sounds pretty technical.
Well, it's not just about the technology itself, it's about how it's presented.
Okay.
Imagine learning about AI through virtual reality experiences where
What?
you can actually see how algorithms work and experiment with different applications.
Right.
Or designing your own AI-powered game or app as a class project.
I have to admit, that does sound pretty cool. But beyond just making it fun,
Right.
what's the point of teaching kids about AI at such a young age? Shouldn't they be focusing on
Of course.
like basic math and reading skills first?
Those foundational skills are absolutely crucial. But the chapter argues that AI literacy is becoming just as important.
Right.
It's not just about preparing kids for future jobs. It's about equipping them to be informed citizens in a world that's increasingly shaped by AI.
So it's about teaching them to think critically about AI,
Right.
to understand its benefits and its risks,
Exactly.
and to make informed decisions about its development and use.
That's it. It's about empowering them to be active participants in shaping the future,
Right.
rather than passive consumers of technology.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. It's not just about teaching kids how to code.
Right.
It's about like fostering a whole new way of thinking about technology and its role in society.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into AI literacy in 2070,
Okay.
what's the key takeaway for our listeners? What do we want them to walk away with?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that the future of AI, it's not predetermined. It's
Right.
a story that's still being written.
And we can all contribute to writing it.
Exactly. And with AI literacy as our guide, we
Yeah.
can all contribute to creating a future
Yeah.
that's both innovative and equitable, a future where AI truly benefits all of humanity.
That's a powerful message to end on. So to our listeners, we leave you with this. Imagine yourself in the year 2070.
Okay,
What does your world look like?
right. What's changed?
How have AI shaped your life, your work, your community?
Mm-hmm.
And most importantly, what role did you play in getting there?
The power is in your hands. Embrace AI literacy, stay curious, and help shape the future you want to see.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of AI literacy. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking questions.